got my show notes here. Okay, yep.
All right, buddy, you're live.
We are live. I am alive. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cards in Hand, episode 5, week 5. As always, we are your host, Joel Morazzo, a.k.a. the Matchstick Man, Son the Bomb, Phantasmagistera. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight, huh, big boy?
By the way, if there is an echo in the show, please tell us in chat really quick. We're experimenting.
Yeah, that'd be cool if you told us that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be really nice.
What do we got today? We got news. We got pre-deck breakdowns. Commander decks that were released by Wizards for Magic. That's kind of cool. Pre-built commander decks. We got another card game report. Digimon. We played Digimon. I got to relearn how to play that when I was a young warthog, so that's really awesome. And main topic is a little different tonight. We're kind of not talking so much about playing the games, but what you play the games with. You know, what deems inappropriate for sleeves or mats or anything. You know, what's a good call to report somebody, or call somebody out for their mats or deck boxes even, or even their cards, and we're also going to take a look at other Bushiroad card games and why there are so many of them, and why aren't they all just one card game, and if some of those card games may seem inappropriate for American players.
It goes a little deep, okay?
Yeah, it's going to be
it's gonna go a little far on this one.
So what you don't understand is the actual art form of the Japanese culture.
By the way, it's not because of lack of Calvin is hot. It's just he couldn't be on the show because he has a big test tomorrow morning, so it's okay. It's okay. We'll be back soon. TM.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Lightning Helix for coming on the show last week. That dude's awesome. Thank you again for that.
Yes, very much so.
So some news. Some news, dude.
Some news.
I think this is really funny because Pokemon, every time Pokemon does this, it's like the cards go way down in price, but they reprinted Jace, the Architect of Thought, for some pre-built decks. And I just, I wonder that, I think people are saying, I think my friends said that they were going to go down because of it. For me, honestly, I think it might go either way. But Jace versus Braska dual decks. You can get it for $20, probably even at like Target or Walmart even. The history of Ravnica. So that's kind of cool. You get 2 decks. I think they're kind of like they're small decks. One comes with Jace, the Architect of Thought, and the artwork is different, obviously. And then Nebraska, the Unseen. Jace, the Architect of Thought is a sweet card. Planeswalker is a very sweet card. And, it's like $30. Like $27 to $35. And for me personally, I think like with Pokemon, because like Pokemon, when Mewtwo level, or not Mewtwo level X, but Mewtwo EX was a thing. They reprinted him for a tin. You know those tins you can get, and it comes with a promo and then 4 packs.
Yeah.
They reprinted him for a tin, and then like everyone was just like, "Fuck this shit, I'm done." Like, but that's normally what happens with Pokemon, is that the cards will go down if they get reprinted.
Yeah.
I think for Magic it might be a little different, because I've seen cards go up even when they were reprinted, because what was I gonna say? Oh, because like people are like people want the original one. It's like, no, dude, I got the original one in my deck.
Right.
Yeah, I got the Mythic Rare. I don't got no pre-built deck nonsense. Get out of here.
Right.
You know? Yeah, that's kind of funny. So yeah, you can go pick those up for $19.99 plus tax, where the hell state you're at.
There you go. It's like when I bought my my trial deck. Oh, my Milky Homes trial deck. Right, those were super expensive because they're super
Oh
old.
no, that's the exact same thing. Yeah.
Yep. They ended up. They were like what, like $80, I think, something like that for a trial deck. And I was like,
Milky Homes 1 or whatever.
yeah. I really, really, really wanted it. Could never get it, right? Because it was like super expensive.
This is why you're gonna spend $80 on a trial deck.
Yeah. But I didn't have to because they reprinted them. And it was like $20. So why not, right? That was really, really cool. Actually, that was even at the oh god, what was the store? It was at the store. Where did we go for the tournament?
Level Up Games.
Level Up, thank you. Yeah, so that was like actually pretty cool. So like, it really could go either way. But reprinting does tend to drive the prices down a little bit.
Yeah. Because like, I mean, that one, the one you bought is like, it's not the original one, but whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It was $20.
Right.
And then Commander decks. That's kind of cool. I think, and I think Calvin mentioned it last week, or no, he said it about Modern actually. That Wizards is trying to push Modern a little bit.
Right.
But I think it's cool that they're making a thing out of Commander or EDH, as a lot of people call it. But you can go to Wizards Magic website and check out the deck lists for them there. I think that's pretty cool. How much are they? How much? It should say on the bottom how much they are. I think you can get them at Target or Walmart too. What Calvin said. You might be able to...
I don't see a price on here.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I saw them on Amazon for like $70. I don't know. It's like 100 cards and then 3 like.
I'm pretty sure didn't Calvin last week say? Oops, that's
30.
Loop there.
30.
Yeah, it's like $30.
That's not bad at all. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think what I saw on Amazon is that they were selling like 2 or 3 at a time.
Right.
Yeah, there's some sellers who are selling 3 or 2 at a time. But $30 for 100 cards, and some of these cards are pretty sweet. So I think that's really sweet.
Yeah.
I think we should each pick one up. I think Calvin said he would too, and we'd all play.
Yeah, I think we actually agreed on that last week after the show. We kind of agreed that we're all going to pick one up and we're just going to play it.
Yeah, because I know you haven't played EDH before.
Right.
So, I mean, the EDH is fun. But yeah, so we could do that. That's going to be sick. We'll do that. And
yeah.
We'll report that.
Yeah.
Okay, news. News is good. We're good on news. Oh, no, actually, one more thing. Calvin posted this. Lightning Helix posted this. This is pretty sweet. The Grand Prix in Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
The top 8 were 3 mono black decks, 2 mono blue decks, 2 Esper decks, and a Gruul Beats deck for the Grand Prix for Magic in Louisville. And he posted this little pie chart, and I thought it was really cool.
Is that working yet?
Is it showing up on the stream, you mean?
The pie chart. You tried sending it, it didn't work, remember?
Oh, no. Okay, hold on a sec. I can find it.
Yeah, because I'll throw that up on the screen.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about it. It's a good thing we're prepared.
It's pretty diverse for the most part. I thought that was really cool.
There we go. Nope, still doesn't work. So, unfortunately.
Well,
I probably can't because I'm probably not in that group.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably why. Well, I mean, 25% of it was mono blue devotion.
Mm-hmm.
18% of it was Esper control.
Okay.
11% of it, and another 11% of it were mono black devotion and Orzhov mid range. Then there's a little mono white aggro there.
Okay.
And then 14% was other.
Right.
Decks and random builds and stuff. But I thought that it was pretty cool how, for the most part, pretty diverse, with the exception of the mono blue taking a quarter of the pie.
Yeah.
But mono black ended up winning.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I always like the, in Magic, I like the black decks. Try to say that fast and have that not get confused.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that it was a mono black deck and not a mono blue deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really glad that happened. So
Why,
yeah,
why no mono red? Isn't red super strong?
I don't know in this format. I don't know if it's as strong as blue, especially with
Man,
the devotion.
I remember you have a red deck that we played with once, and oh man, it just demolished me.
That was a crappy burn deck that
Oh, and it was crappy, and it was good. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was like all shocks and to random stuff.
A lot of damage too. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was. That's. I mean, there's even. I remember my buddy built a deck one time called a hate deck. Because black has a lot of destroy target tapped or destroy creature,
which is why I like it. You know.
Yeah, and then red has a lot of do this much damage to target creature or player. You put them together, and it's a hate deck.
Oh, okay.
He built like this hate legacy deck. It was so funny.
That's pretty cool.
It got to a point where he sold the whole thing on eBay because it just wasn't fun to play with people anymore.
It was too good, right?
Well, I mean, there were definitely decks better than it. But yeah, like he had spent a lot of money on it, and he was like, it's not really fun to play it.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. I hated that deck though, but I loved playing it. But yeah, that's it for news. I think we're good on news.
So we should jump into like a lighter subject first before we get the heavy main topic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're gonna do this is a segment we're calling what we played, because we do this every week anyway. Why not actually make it like a thing, right?
For sure.
So what did we play this week, Sam? Speaking of which, is that a walkie-talkie on your shirt there?
No, it's not. You Dutch bag.
What is it?
This is a Digivice season 2.
What?
A Digivice.
Is that like a Pokemon thing?
You're an ass.
Is that
Is that a Pokemon thing?
Is that in between Squirtle and Bulbasaur?
They use that. Those were their Pokedexes in season 5, right?
That's what I thought. Is that like a Generation 1 Pokedex, or what is this that you have?
This is a season 2, Generation 2 Digivice.
Oh.
Circa 2001.
And does it still work?
Does it still work?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
She's walking?
Yeah, you've been playing that a lot lately.
Yes, I have.
I've been watching and hearing you that stupid thing for the last week.
Dude, this thing is so fun. I love it. I might restart it, take a little pencil and press the little tiny red button in here and restart it.
Aw, really?
Yeah, because I'm like stuck. But
well, you're just not a very good trainer then.
No, I'm not.
I beat mine, so.
You don't have a Digivice.
Yeah, it's because I got bored with it. I beat it, threw it away. Got a little old. So anyway, why do you have a Digivice, Sam? What did we play this week?
We played Digimon card game. Wait. The 2001 card game.
What, there's more?
What?
There's more?
Well, there's the 2004 card game. So here, let's see what I have some cards behind me, actually.
Maybe we should play that one now, too.
So this is the card game that we played. I showed this last week, actually. They made 2 different designs for it.
Oh, so dumb.
Yeah. See, like, here's the older ones, the Zoodlemon. And the one in the red sleeve here is the newer ones. When Season 2 came out, they, like, made these newer ones. Really
are the backs different on those?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of a stupid decision, really, when you think about it.
This is just poor design.
It's so bad. I mean, I guess if you want to sell sleeves, right?
Yeah.
Like you could do that, but that's so silly to me.
Our decks were sleeved when we played, obviously, because I had connecting Digivolves that were mixed.
Right.
But so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then so this is the 2004 one.
Oh, weird. Ew.
It seems kind of dumb. It's not very. They made this the original one, the 2001. They made these very different. The 2004 one, the newer one. Hold on, let me get a Digimon. Hold on a sec. I have a Digimon over here, and that was like an item card or something.
It looked like a Harry Potter wand.
Yeah, it looked like that. Actually, it's called Mysterious Wand, is what that card is called.
There we go.
There you go.
I think that might be a clue that we have to play the Harry Potter card game next.
Oh God, yes.
We have to.
Yes.
You know we do, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got a buddy who's got a bunch of decks, and we can play.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we gotta. It's kind of cool because the Harry Potter card game, it's like your deck is your life. So when you deck out, you lose.
That's pretty cool. Anyway, back on Digimon.
But so here's the 2004 ones. When you I don't know how to play this, okay? But when you look at them, they seem really kind of whoops. Was a little word. They seem really kind of basic.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like an attack number, defense number, like in the thousands, you know.
Okay.
But they have character cards. Like here's Mimi from season 1. That's kind of weird. And then Lotmon. They're just kind of. They seem like, oh, here's your attack and defense, and if you got a Digimon, you can get 100 power, blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
This one was different in the sense that it was kind of a race, and it was more of which Digimon was more powerful, and if you can make it more powerful with your option cards.
Yeah.
I thought that was more fun. But basically, in that card game, nobody goes first or nobody goes second. You go at the same time.
Which is what I liked that a lot. That was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was, and you just played, and then whoever had initiative would play their first power option card. Then you would play one, then they would play one, and then basically, so like I'll put these like this so you can kind of see.
Flip that around.
Oops, hold on.
There, no other way.
Oh, wait.
Wow.
Wait,
Still
wait.
wrong. Just kidding. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, so like, you can see this upper right corner or the upper corner of the cards. They have like that red dot.
Yeah.
If this Digimon had that red dot, then this Digimon would use its red attack. But there were option cards to make that attack more powerful, or to change it to the yellow attack, or to do whatever.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, so Joel would put his power option. Oh, okay, now he's more powerful than me. Well, I got a power option. He can play another one in turn, and then when you stop, whichever's more powerful, you downgrade to rookie.
Mm-hmm.
The player who won gains that many points. First one to 1,000 points wins.
Right.
Super simple, 30-card decks.
Which was bizarre.
It was really weird.
Especially considering you had 7 cards in your hand.
10.
Oh my god. So
Yeah,
you basically had a 20-card deck.
Yeah.
Now see, okay, so I had a lot of fun playing that game, but I also see why it wasn't super great.
Yeah.
Because you draw up to 10 cards
every
turn, and you can get rid of as many cards as you want. So I had what was it, like a ultimate level or champion level? What's the highest level? Mega?
Yeah. So it goes rookie, champion, ultimate, and then mega. Yeah.
So when I finally got I think I got up to the ultimate whatever, and I knew I had a mega one in there. I knew it was in the deck somewhere. So it's like it took me like 2 turns to mill my deck completely
to get to
and get that card. It was like, and then once I got it, you couldn't do anything about it.
No.
So like you have just complete control over like what you are going to end up with in your hand. It's 1 out of 3 rounds that you're going to get the same thing again and again and again.
Right. And
so that's a little weird.
It got to a point where Joel was just dominating, so I kept trying to change my rookie Digimon. Because after you lose a duel, they give you an option to change your rookie Digimon to Digivolve into something else, into one of the other connecting Digivolves in your deck. And I thought maybe, okay, if I get this champion out, it'll be more powerful. Take down Joel's ultimate or mega Digimon, and then I'll be ahead. And that's what the power option cards are for. Help you get ahead a little bit if you're behind.
Right.
But I think
which you put in your deck and not mine because you're a cheater.
No. I mean, I built the green one for you. You just took the other one.
But you knew that I would take the one that you built for yourself, thinking you would build it better for yourself. I know how you know that I know that you work. Okay? So
you know that I know how you know what I know.
That's what I just said.
You jerk.
Anyway. So you can basically skip a couple turns, go up to a super strong one, so you can stay competitive in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess the only reason I probably had a lot of fun with this is because I'm a Digimon fanboy.
Right. and I'm not, and I still have fun with it. So,
which has made me really happy. Like, because
Right.
I used to play that when I was a kid,
mhm.
and apparently the way to build a deck is have one rookie, and then the rest of your deck be that digivolving from that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which
Actually,
I could kind of see, but I mean, I don't know. I don't have enough cards to do that.
right.
I mean, I probably do for one deck,
Mhm.
but then that would mean the second deck would have to be really crappy. And I tried to build both of them so they could just play each other normally, you know?
Well, I'll take the crappy deck, dude. I stomped your ass last time. Why not? What was it, like 1,000 to like 400 or something like that?
500, but whatever.
Whatever. So it was, half as good as me.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
You want to get weird and serious right now?
Yeah, we can go to the next.
How do we even approach this? Like, how do we even say what this is about? You know what? Do you want me to just show the picture?
Well, okay. I want you to show the chaos card, but wait for
okay. Okay. I don't even know.
So the main topic of the show tonight is Bushy Road and their many card games, and why there are not all just 1 or 2 or 3 card games, which will segue and kind of mush together with another topic that I wanted to talk about. Actually, I wanted to talk about with Joel because he's the one who brought it up, which is inappropriate card accessories. So, half-naked anime women in their panties, boobs half hanging out, that kind of thing. But anyways, this is a card game. It's called Chaos TCG, and Joel's going to show the card here in a minute. Probably actually show it right now. Oh, hey! Inception. But, yeah, there it is. Well.
What the hell? What do you... Okay, first off, this girl's like 13 years old. Now...
She's 14.
Whatever. Okay.
But this is from an anime called Strike Witches, and this is a Chaos TCG character card.
Yes.
It's your main attacker in the Chaos game. But... Now, with Joel, I wanted to play this game, and Joel wants to play it too, and we figured out there was a Strike Witches deck, Me and him love that anime. When we figured out there... Okay, very funny.
Yes, go on.
Oh, look at me, look at my underwear. But I am old enough to handle a gun. And here's the more inappropriate part of this anime. The things that they fly in are these leg things, right? But that goes up to their thighs, so it looks like they're high thigh stockings.
It totally does.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, that's awesome.
You like our new logo?
Yeah, that's our new logo. But I mean, and the cat ears and the squirrel ears and the squirrel tail,
and tails, yeah.
And whenever they transform and they go up into the sky like that, it closes up in her butt and you see like the tail coming.
Yeah. Now,
that's totally a fan service anime.
Here's the thing. This is the thing. We've both watched it. Okay?
Right,
We've both seen it. Like, we can't even lie, right? It is what it is. Because there's shut up. Because there's a lot. I mean, okay, I've grown used to this kind of stuff in my short time watching anime now. That's just how it is. Well, some of them, a lot of them. But like Fate Zero's not like that. You're not going to get something like this in Fate Zero.
No.
Right? If you do, it's going to be for a reason.
Right.
Right? This is more of like the other side of anime. Like, this is like when you're walking down Anime Street and there's a dark alley. And you go down this is the dark alley. This is what I would consider to be the dark alley of the Anime Street. Because there are tons of ones like this. Vivid Red Operation is another one. In fact, Vivid Red's been called the new Strike Witches. Anyway,
Najika, that was another one.
There you go.
It's like every scene you're looking up someone's skirt.
Right.
And it's about a cop. She's a cop.
Right.
Like the undies and the sexual parts have nothing to do with it. It just happens. It's like, oh, my skirt. Like, here's my gun. Oh.
I can't look at this anymore. Yeah, so...
But I mean, now the question is, the thing is, I don't understand why Strike Witches isn't a Weiss Schwartz is a very popular game. right now. There's another card game called Victory Spark, and they have a
Nice.
Getting it real inappropriate here. They have a ton of cool animes for that game too. That they have like a Sega deck, so it's got like Soccer Wars and Shining Force and stuff. Data Live, things like that. And it's like, why aren't we just doing one card game here? And I wonder. And I know I read somewhere that Chaos TCG was more for the adult card gamers. It's a little more of a confusing game than Vanguard or White Schwartz even. And but I don't know, dude. The question was when Joel saw that there was a Strike Witches deck, that was the deck that he would play because he loves that anime.
It was great. It was horrible. It was great.
But when he saw what the cards were look like, he kind of stopped and said, I don't know if I could. I don't want to look like a Dutch bag.
Yeah, no, it was that card specifically. I said, okay, never mind. I would never play this deck. It was this card. Oh, I can't move it over your face anymore. There we go. I'm like, there's no way. Like, because, okay, we've had this conversation.
Come on, I'm 14 years old. And
I mean, like, look, okay, here's the thing. I don't mean to get, like, really weird here, but that's a very well-defined, I don't know, downtown region, I guess you want to say.
Downtown region.
It's like a 14-year-old girl. That's really weird to me. Why would that be the card? Why would that be a card?
Yeah.
That is... Look, I'm a pretty open person, but that's disgusting to me. Like, that is a little over the top for me. If it's okay...
That's just the Japanese culture, though.
I know it is, and that's like I said,
you can't not play a card game because of it.
No, I can, because I don't want to play that card and look like a weirdo. I really don't.
It's out of your control, though. The artwork is out of your control. No, it's not
out of my control. I just not buy the deck. Which, guess what I didn't do? I didn't buy the deck. So,
okay, right. No, that's a good point.
Yeah, say that with that right in your face.
I'm fine with it.
Old enough to pee, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a weird episode, I have a feeling.
Yeah, no, I understand.
See, okay, here's the thing. Like, maybe I have a problem with people's perception of me. Maybe let's get real deep here for a second.
No, I understand. I feel the same way, too. I mean, that's definitely how I felt.
Right. Because, like, basically, like, watching that, I can watch that by myself and just, watch it. I don't have to worry about people judging me. But if I'm playing cards with somebody, because I would judge somebody who played that card, I'd be like, dude, that's weird, right? Like, I would make fun of that, I think. Not make fun of, but I would be like, that's weird.
But see, it'd be hard if the guy was like, no, dude, this is like a really good card. I need to run it in my deck. Like, it's out of my control. Like, what?
I bet they made that a really good card too.
Right.
Because that card is at the top of the list of the translation. Right. So I'm wondering if it's like number 1, like super rare card. It probably is. It wouldn't surprise me.
And the thing is too is that's what else is kind of weird, because there might be those 1 or 2 girl card gamers out there. There's hundreds of girls who play card games. There's thousands of them.
Well, there are at least dozens. We know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of card gamers that are girls out there, and even some of them might be like, "Who cares? Like, we're all equal. Who cares? Blah 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 blah."
Right.
They might be playing a deck, that has like, Kirito, Sword Art Online for White Schwartz, and be like, "Oh, Kirito's so hot." It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have a Kirito card with his junk flashing in the middle of the screen. You know what I mean? Like, I have a Sword Art deck, and not one of those cards has Kirito with his shirt off. Guess who has their shirt off in every other card? Every other female character. Right?
Right.
So now, okay. So now, what if I had like a Kirito card where he's wearing like a man thong, like a banana hammock? Would you like that one?
Yes.
Get out of here. Whatever, dude. Fine.
Okay. Well, I mean. Anyways, so before we get into the inappropriate card accessories. Before we get into the inappropriate card accessories, my buddy Frozen Dookie brought up a good point here. Holla at your boy. Shouldn't they just make one game that has a learning curve and just let people catch up so you actually have good players to lead the way while others learn and get better? Like Magic, Pokemon, 5 Rings, not necessarily Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh,
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we were trying to say.
Yeah.
Is that with the licensing issues involved and not involved, White Schwartz has a big kind of a big following here in America. We're playing a lot of Japanese decks just to show Bushiroad that, you know. And I totally forgot to bring this up in news, by the way. Bakemonogatari is the next English set in White Schwartz.
January is the January 17th is the trial deck, and February 17th, I think, or somewhere close to there is the booster set.
Yeah, so it's another English White Schwartz set. You know, I think they're paying attention to us now. You know.
Actually, I totally forgot to tell you this earlier. God, we're so unprepared.
There's Yuki. That's Bakemonogatari.
Yeah, whatever. Just type in. I don't know if you guys want to see my notes here. You saw that I wrote that, right?
What?
I tried to write Bakemonogatari.
Yeah.
And I ended up where is it? Oh God, I'm totally failing on this right now. Total failure. There we go. I could not figure out how to spell it, so I just kept writing letters until I eventually gave up here at the end. It just kept going and going, and I'm like, I'm not going to get this word right, am I?
You're right.
So yeah.
But yes, I mean that's exactly how I feel. Because, and I don't know if they, Bushiroad's kind of a weird company because they own like the New Japan Pro Wrestling Federation. They own all these card games. They produce and have copyrights to some animes. Milky Holmes being one of them.
Which is my favorite deck, by the way.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like White Schwartz and Vanguard are the games that they should stick with and just put characters and licensing things in that card game. Whatever. Mm-hmm. But
well, that's the thing. Like, I think we kind of talked about this. Why would you spread yourself so thin over so many like I would rather work on like 2 projects and do them well than to work on like 10 projects and kind of, I don't want to say half-ass, but like spread my resources over all of them.
Right.
Because like, how do you focus on then one, you know?
That's a good point. We've never played Victory Spark or Chaos.
No. Which I think we should.
Right, yeah, we totally should. But the Chaos cards were the only cards that we saw that were kind of, that had that kind of thing.
Yep.
And well, also, I mean, there's the Angel Beats and Could Offer trial deck from White Schwartz even had a couple of titty cards in it, booby cards. But I mean, yeah, Future Card Buddy Fight. That's the other one they're
right
making for kids.
I do have to show this, I think. But yeah, go ahead. Where is it? Is it this? Not that. There it is. A shirtless guy on a White Schwartz card.
There we go.
There it is. Happy, everybody? Are you happy?
So hot.
Are you happy? That's my question.
But see, that's the thing, is that I don't think there's going to be a guy out there that if you played that card, he'd be like, I'm offended.
No, you're absolutely right. I don't take offense to that either, just because it's just a normal... I don't know, man. Whatever.
But anyways, that brings me to my next, I think the next part of the show.
Yeah.
Our main topic is inappropriate card accessories.
Yes.
This conversation actually came up months and months ago when I bought my Simco Gear trial deck.
Yep. Yep.
I was ordering sleeves, and Joel was like, oh, those are kind of whatever. And I was like, nah, dude, they're fine, right?
Hmm.
But, I mean, then I showed him some Strike Witches sleeves, which now we know why they made them. They made them for Chaos.
Yep, absolutely.
The Strike Witches sleeves are even worse.
Like, right, I know.
We're talking like from underboob and like butts everywhere, just all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a fan service anime that if the sleeves and accessories weren't like that, it wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
But I guess the question poses: if you see a dude at a tournament with a mat, with like, okay, show that one mat. We got a mat on deck here that.
Oh, that's not it. I gotta find the mat. I have to find it. Here's a good one. This one's not so bad.
I don't know, dude. If she's laying on the bed in her lingerie, like...
Yeah, like who would use that?
She's 18, though.
It doesn't matter. That's not the... Wow, if you have to say that, you're clearly not ready. Okay? Dude, she's 18. It's fine. No, that doesn't make it fine. That does not make it fine. It's still weird. Like, that's like, okay, I'm going to go get a Playboy magazine and open it up, and then that's my mat. Why is... Dude, that's fine. They're all 18.
No, I was trying to say before you were being a Dutch is
Well, apparently Todd thinks it's fine.
is that
so...
she's still in high school, and that's what makes it kind of racy.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Right.
It's like... I don't know. And I'm not gonna not say it's attractive. I'm just saying, if someone showed up with that, honestly, it wouldn't offend me, but I might judge the other person.
Well,
I might judge the
exactly. See, like I said, like you and I, it would take a lot to offend us. I think.
Yeah, I think we're not easily offended.
Right, and but we would still be like, really, that's what you're playing on, and more power to you, I guess. But this is something that could be complained about at a tournament.
Right.
Like, somebody could look at that and be like, Judge, I don't approve of that mat, and they would have to put it away. Right?
Right.
And I'm just thinking, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say this to sound judgy, but what kind of a person does that? Okay, that one's not so bad. Should we go to the other one?
Yeah, show the other one. This one is...
Boom. There you go. Who brings this mat to a tournament? Who plays on this mat? Seriously. Who does that? What kind of a person does this? I don't understand.
Oh my god.
I just don't. But like, I mean, there are
even if the
thousands of
character
different
was
like that.
Even if the character was like over 20 some years old, it's still kind of like
it's just weird. Like, I don't even care about the
yeah.
I don't even care about the character. It's just weird, right? And this one's like pretty blatant. I mean, she's spreading that. Like, that's pretty blatant, right?
That's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty much like touch my bum.
Or more than that, but yeah, I would say significantly more than that. Yeah, it's the ancient strategy of distraction. Yeah, right.
Yep.
It's the ancient strategy of being a creeper.
Get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
See, I mean, whatever. He's funny. We have fun. I don't know. Like, that's the thing. There might be those. I know, like when I was looking at those kinds of sleeves, I was looking at some Strike Witches sleeves one time on HobbyStoreShockwave.com, and I was like, "Oh, I should get some of these," right? And even my fiance Trisha was like, "Really, babe?"
I know. I've made funny for that before.
But yeah, like, there are other times too where she was like, "I totally get these sleeves because these are hot, right?" Whatever. It's like, I don't know.
Okay, so then let me ask you: what about this? These are sleeves now. Would you have those sleeves?
See, dude. Okay, it's the way she looks, man. Like, she wasn't all taking off her shirt and like her face wasn't all innocent like that. It wouldn't be so sexual.
Here, I got one better for you. Here, this is what we'll have. Those sleeves on this mat. There, perfect. How's
That's
that?
hot.
You like that?
You like that? You like that?
You like that? Is that something you like? Super creeper.
Little sicko.
Here, discard pile right there. Boom.
See, if somebody had a combo of that and they were my opponent, I'd be like, you are a tool. You are a huge douche.
Right. And honestly, I mean, here's another thing too. Aren't these the people that are creating that really negative stereotype against people that watch anime?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of like it?
Yeah.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
I don't think
so. The people who watch anime, that's why we get a bad rap.
That's why I just say I watch cartoons.
yeah. I don't know, but like, I guess at what point would you be offended? Like,
yeah.
That I'm not saying that like to you. I'm saying it to the viewers or in general. Like, I don't know, dude. I just thought that was an interesting thing to talk about today.
I have more sleeves, by the way. I don't know if you guys want. Hey, there. Now this is the other thing that we just talked about on the.
Okay, this is a little different, I think, because, like I said with the earlier one, where she was taking her shirt off with the headphones or whatever, she was like, they were trying to make her look like, You know, like
Yeah, right.
this one is like this is her costume. You know, maybe for the planet where she comes from, that's not deemed inappropriate. That's just what they wear. You know, yeah, it's still a little racy and a little skimpy, and you might be a Dutch bag because you're a pervert and that's why you bought the sleeves in the first place. But at least it's not as bad as the other ones. You know. Good. Yeah, Frozen Dookie brought up a really good point. He's been kind of snapping at points all good here. Lost the sound? Wait, you can't hear us?
Now you can. Sorry.
Sorry.
That was my bad.
Okay, Frozen Dookie brought up a good point here. He's been kind of snapping at these good points here. Honestly, in a public setting, anything that wouldn't be inappropriate of a person actually showing up and wearing in real life at the event. So this would be bad at attorney, ... But at a convention, I'd probably be less offended. Get it? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yep.
That makes perfect sense.
Yep.
And actually above, he said, Pokemon's ruling for this is reasonable to me. In an environment where kids are welcome, i.e. no one separates age groups, there should be tactile supplies, accessories, and attire.
Yep.
And I think I said that to you on the phone last night. You know, there's kids. This is a lot of kids play Pokemon. A lot of kids play Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard.
Right.
So it's like...
Here's another interesting thing. Then this actually, I forgot to mention this on the news, but this actually is kind of tied into this. They have they're having a Bushiroad's having like an official tournament in at some, oh damn it, they're having an official tournament. Whoa, that's zoomed in really far. I just read this today. Oh no, it was on the Facebook page. That's what it was. It's where they're gonna have like a. By the way, it's English and Neo Standard, which sucks, right? Because the regionals weren't, or nationals weren't, whatever it was.
It was regionals.
Regionals,
Yeah.
that wasn't. But they have like a free play room, right? Where you can go and play whatever you want. Now, Bushiroad has the future buddy fight game, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
That's a kid's version of like all the games that they have anyway.
Yeah, it's like monsters and some other shit.
Now, so
knights and armor, cool things like that.
So at like a free play event like that, that's not a tournament. That's a free play. Like it's actually at a convention. So
yeah.
So clearly, you would want to have them there too, right?
Yeah.
That would be a big no-no to have a mat like that at a place where playing buddy fight, which is like the dumbest game in the world. But whatever.
Future card buddy fight.
Right. So you wouldn't want to have that there either. No.
I don't know. I feel like if it says free play, what are you gonna do about it?
And it's at a convention even too.
Right, and a lot of stuff goes down at conventions.
And they stay at the conventions. Remember, we don't talk about those.
Right.
You're creepy. Stop. And we lost all the viewers right now. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thing to think about. And I don't think we wanted to delve too deep into it. By convention, I meant like Comic-Con or Chicago-Con.
Right.
When they host card play, I'd be less offended if the Lolly Fox sat down next to my little brother. Dude, little brother Connor, dude, Con Air, he's cool. That little kid is funny as shit.
Yeah.
That he's so awesome. And I'm sure he's not so little anymore, but like, you know how like I'm always like Fife.
Yeah.
He would like go up to my brother during Pokemon League play and be like, Sudi, guess what time I got up this morning? And he'd be like, what? And he'd be like, Fife. And then he'd like run away.
That's
and
awesome.
Sudi's like trying to play. He's like, God, whatever, dude.
Right. So now, I guess bringing it all back, like the question is, what are you gonna do when I buy that mat, those sleeves, and then play with the Strike Witches deck?
Well, you're single, so I'm gonna look at you like you're Dutch.
Okay. Okay. What about you? When are you gonna buy those?
I'm not gonna buy those.
Oh, so now all of a sudden, wait, hold on, let's break this down for a second here.
What? I was
Set-
never for them.
Okay.
No, I was never for them. All I was trying to say was one. I'm saying I'm looking at it from the other side. One could argue, oh, that's just the Japanese art form, you know, blah blah blah. You know, it's like
Sure.
because me personally, I don't judge. I may judge a prostitute. Like I'm never for selling sex
Unless it's
or
worth it.
soliciting sex for money. I would never do that.
Right.
The porn industry, the way I look at the porn industry is actually very different.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't look at strippers or porn like that. I feel like the way the porn industry is, you know, is very professional.
Sure.
At least the higher up, you know, actual stuff, not like
The
the
good stuff.
Yeah, you know, gross shit. You know, as for these mats, you know, and actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll say this. I would never buy them because I don't want to be looked at like a huge douche. Because I'll tell you what, and never judge a book by its cover, right?
Sure.
But for a person like me, that's actually kind of hard, and I don't know why. And I'm very hypocritical because I always say don't judge people by how they look, blah blah blah.
Right.
But I often find myself doing it a lot.
Well, I mean,
And-
it's human to do so.
I know, but I try not to, and I always find myself. But yeah, it is very human to just, you know, right away judge somebody.
Mhm.
But I mean, what I went to an anime convention, and this is very interesting that we're talking about that. I went to an anime convention with Trisha a couple of years ago, and there was a company called White Lightning Productions, and they were big on like a lot of hentai manga and doujinshi and stuff like that.
Mm.
And it was American manga artists. And when I you know, I had seen them online. I'd seen some of the stuff they'd done online. I never met the guy. I'd never known them. I didn't even know they were based like in Iowa. So they came to Anime G-Store in Minnesota. And the guy was like, yep, I wrote and drew all these and I created all these, right? When I saw what he looked like, I was like, wow. This guy faps by himself 10 times a day
Right.
in his mom's basement.
Right.
Like, he
Yeah.
was like greasy, he was a bigger dude, like he had big glasses. You could tell he was a douche on online games, like you just could, you know what I mean? And if White Lightning Productions ever watches this in the future, I'm sorry. Your artwork is very good, I like it, but you know,
Right.
sorry, I can't really take that back.
And
now.
you know what? There
That's
is
just how-
an echo, by the way, and that's no. This was the first time we tried not using the headphones, so I guess we're gonna have to do that from now on.
Oh, were you echoing or what? Was I?
No,
echoing?
you are, because you're coming through the speakers and stuff. Yeah, I thought I could get away with it. I guess I can't.
Oh, you know what? My TV volume is pretty high up too.
What?
My TV volume was really high. I didn't.
It doesn't matter. It's fixed now.
Okay.
It shouldn't do it anymore.
Okay. Thank you, Frozen Dookie. Shout out to that dude.
Yeah, thanks for telling us at the end of the show.
Yeah.
You know I asked
Dookie-
like 6 times.
I guess. But you know, like I don't know, dude. I would judge somebody. I would.
Yeah, I would judge somebody too.
I try and look at hentai and anime porn.
Wait, there's a guy behind me? What?
You know, because the Japanese like culture, you know, they don't you know,
Yeah,
that's not a big deal to them.
Right, it's
you know?
a different culture. I mean, you can go buy panties in a vending machine there.
Right.
Used ones.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
right. I'm gonna adjust my Digivice here for a second. Yeah,
Does the thing need to be fed or whatever? I don't even know how that works.
no, Digimon fend for themselves. You don't need to feed them.
That's boring. I had one of those when I was a kid. It was called Tamagotchi, and it digivolved
Digimon came
into
before Tamagotchi.
another Tamagotchi.
Nope.
Anyway, that was a tangent, I believe.
like I try and look at the Japanese culture's art form for hentai and anime like that. I try and look at it as an art form like I do the porn industry or stripping. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some of the girls who strip, yeah, I judge them sometimes too.
Right.
But
there are strippers that are really good.
Here's
it's almost
the
like a
conclusion.
visual performance. What?
Right, no, right,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. And here's my conclusion. I'll say it like this.
Mhm.
The way American players act and how perverse some American players are
Mhm.
when they have this Japanese stuff. You know, it's like because you have the choice.
Right.
You don't have to play with those mats.
Right.
So, you know, I am going to judge you. I am. Because if a Japanese player was playing with one of those mats,
Mhm.
that might just be their culture. It's like, oh, it's a beautiful woman in panties, and it's
Right.
okay.
Right.
It's not deemed inappropriate here.
Yes,
But
today's
we're in
topic is
America.
weird. We told you that was going to be a weird one today.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
We were talking about this beforehand, and we're like, this is going to be a weird episode.
Yeah, right.
But
And,
it is something we talk about a lot because it's kind of like a weird thing, right? Like
right, no, this is a conversation that me and you have had.
a lot, actually.
A lot.
Yeah.
And we've never delved into it because we literally, for months and months and months before we started this show, said we were going to save it for this show.
Right.
Yeah. I think in American culture, when we know that there is perverted people out there and people with horrible minds out there, and you want to give into this Japanese culture and be like that, then I am going to judge you.
Right.
Sorry.
Yep.
You know, I'm not going to say it's not attractive because I like anime, and you know, a lot of anime girls are kind of sexy, but like
Right.
you know.
No. So, I was actually going to say this too. It doesn't, no culture is better, it's just different. So, like, what's okay for them is, how do I say this? We, as an American culture now, we're not used to seeing 14-year-old girls with their crotches in our faces, right? In a cartoon. That's just not what we are used to. So it's more of a shock for us, where it's not a shock for them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Like, God, it's like it's in here somewhere, and I just can't really like get it out. But
Right. And
kind
I
of
think
that.
I think what Frozen Dookie is saying here is, you know, perversion isn't wrong. This isn't a morality check. It's in public is another issue.
Exactly. Have whatever you want in your house or with your intimate group of friends, but do you look like a jackass when you bring it to a tournament? Absolutely you do.
That's what you think?
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of what I think.
Of course.
That's kind of what I think.
Yeah, we've never disagreed on this one. You look like an absolute jackass.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And there are some sleeves that, I mean, even my Sinful Gear sleeves, you know, she's got a little butt perkiness going on, you know? Yeah. But that's her outfit. It's like her battle, like, outfit.
Wait,
and I don't think it was meant to accentuate the ass as much as it was.
Come on.
Entire...
Yes, it was.
Well, whatever.
It's anime.
But, like,
right.
I did not,
Let's
honestly...
be real.
I don't think that I will look like a Dutch bag bringing those to a tournament.
Right. You want to see what respectable clothing is? Look at that is not done for any perverse way. Right? It's a detective outfit. That's done.
Right.
Because that's the point of the show.
Right.
Anyway.
See, here, I'll find my Sinful Gear sleeves right now, actually.
Are they down in the basement?
No, I got them right here.
Oh, that's right. You brought them up.
Yeah, I brought them up.
Yay.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, they are pretty accentuating on the butts area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely.
But I mean, it's not like the some of the Strike Witches sleeves and the deck boxes and the Chaos cards were like, look at my ass.
Right. Here's Kime from Excel World.
I mean, that's a little racy too.
It is.
But I don't know. That is kind of... I mean, that's more cool looking.
You know, it is a little racy.
But the sleeves you showed, the one with the girl taking her shirt off with the headphones, that was like she was trying to be sexy. She was trying to be like, like
there was very clearly a message there, and I think us as designers, we're trained to know what goes into something like that. Like what you're doing. Right. We were taught by the best.
Right.
Yeah.
I think our sleeves. I think those Excel Word sleeves and my Sinful Gear sleeves are more of a promotional art kind of thing rather than
absolutely. Yep.
Like that sword art, like Asuna mat, that's kind of crazy. Like that's kind of like, come on,
right?
That's definitely fan service right there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that one. You know what I just noticed here?
I think it's just culture shock.
I
What?
actually like how there's wood grain on the mat that looks like it's the same wood grain from the surface it's on. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not crazy, right? That's actually a thing. There's never mind, whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Rosanuki, I'm reading the comments,
Oh.
every comment, because you make legit points. Sorry. Like, but
Yeah,
I guess it's just culture shock.
right.
That's what it comes down to.
Mhm.
Everyone's different. You know, there might be a girl who will go, hey, can we DQ this person or auto loss this person because his mats offend me? Or there might be that other girl who's like, I don't care. I like titties too. You know, like you never know. So I guess it's different for every person.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting to talk about today because we always talk about it. So I mean,
And yeah, you know what? Haters are gonna hate. That's true.
right, right.
Yep.
So I mean, moving on. You know, that being said,
Yeah.
what are we gonna play? We're gonna play Harry Potter. Let's play Harry Potter next week.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna shoot for that. I would love to.
And
play Harry
let's
Potter.
play Ascension because you've never played Ascension
Well,
before.
let's go ahead and just limit it to one game a week, there, buddy. How about we do that?
No. Frozen Duke, I'm not saying they should DQ him. I'm just saying there might be that girl who calls out, calls you out for that kind of mat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't demand someone to get disqualified. I'd just be like, dude, you know what? When it all came down to it, I wouldn't say a thing anyway.
Right.
I just wouldn't.
I think it.
Because I'm
that's
not
what
that
I'm
kind
saying.
of person.
It takes for me and you. It takes us a lot for us to be offended.
Yeah.
I would probably just be like, this guy's kind of a whitey.
Now, I know for a fact that if I was playing against you and you had a mat like that, and I knew you like I know you, I would make a big deal out of it just to mess with you.
yeah.
I would call attention to it. I would be like, I need 6 judges over here.
Right.
This mat is disturbing. Those sleeves, he needs to go buy more sleeves. I won't play with him, right? Just because I know it would piss you off, right?
Right.
And in fact, you know what? I just want to put it out there. My friends know that I would do that with all of them.
Right.
So you know.
But yeah, let's play Harry Potter next week. We'll play on that. I don't know. I actually have no days off.
Bitch.
I don't know. We'll figure it out though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Maybe we can find a lot on eBay for 100 million.
We found one. Remember, it was like 300 cards for like $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, but if we find one on eBay, we gotta wait till next week then because shipping.
Right.
Speaking of shipping, I have 2 Vivid Red boxes that should be hopefully here by Monday.
Lightning Helix. I have to work.
Oh my god! I work Saturday too. Dang it!
Wait, is it this Saturday? What time? Lightning Helix. What time? What time? What time? What? Calm down. What time?
Chom it.
Chom down. Oh, I could go. 10 a.m. this Saturday?
Go report, dude.
Someone lend me a deck.
For what game?
PTQ's Magic.
Oh my god. Oh, I kind of want to go too. Can I just go without a deck? Like, can I just go watch?
Someone lend me a deck.
Because, you know what? I don't work till later on in the day. Dude, I'm totally going. Let's go on like a little field trip.
Oh, it's sealed, so does it cost money? Wait, hold on. Viewers, hold on. Babe, can I borrow money for the service?
Jesse, can I borrow money for a PTQ deck?
Okay, shout out to Trisha for supporting my card game habits.
Shout out to the black guy who was behind me before for supporting my card game. He's gonna pay for it. Thanks, Jesse.
I got you, bro.
He's got me.
But yeah, okay, so we'll figure out what to play next week, and then we'll report that to you guys.
Yeah.
Pull of the week goes to a buddy of mine. My buddy Ryan. He's got a lot of the Harry Potter cards actually. But he told me to do this for pull of the week because I thought it's pretty funny only because this dude bought magic packs at a Target, you know, and at Target they got like those cardboard things and everything. You know, they don't come in a box. You know, when you buy a box of like magic cards or Pokemon cards, you know, you're guaranteed this many rares or this one, you know what I mean?
Mm.
He bought just a couple packs. Oh, bought 2 packs. Only 2. He only bought 2.
God, whatever.
Yeah. From Target.
Oh
And
God.
pulled a Xenagos the Reveler. From Theros. Planeswalker. I think I looked it up and it goes for like $12. So he made his money back.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty funny. So pull of the week goes to that guy. And bro of the week? Do we have a bro of the week?
You know what? Let's just say everybody that watches our show every week is bro of the week right now.
I'm down for that.
Because I was gonna vote somebody, but you know what? Screw them.
Right.
I'm gonna say everybody that watches.
Bro of the week is for anybody that watches and the 55 likes on the Facebook page.
Yes, we're getting closer to our goal where we can start giving stuff away.
Right. So I think that's it for tonight's show. So as Joel said, giveaways. 80 likes and giveaways will start. You get our Facebook page to 80 likes. Well, Joel's got some cards maybe, and I got a couple of deck boxes for Vanguard I can throw your way.
Also a custom playmat. We can put all the big titty, half naked 14-year-olds on there that you want.
And share the Facebook page. Share it on every card game.
Yes.
Card game Facebook you may be part of. I'm part of a couple card game groups on Facebook. I know there's a ton of others out there. Share it on Pojo or whatever, TCG Player, wherever. Share
Everybody's
it wherever.
homework is to share it with one person.
Right.
Get one person to come in.
And hopefully next week we'll have Lightning Helix.
He said maybe. So
He said maybe. So hopefully he'll give us a report on the recent tournament he went to. Where did he go? Where did you go? I think he went to a sealed. Yeah, he went to a sealed, I think, PTQ. Which is, yeah, Canada.
Ooh. Eh?
Winnipeg.
Okay.
That's pretty sick. So yeah, Lightning Helix will be on next week. Give you a report on Winnipeg. Talk about some card games and porn.
Yeah.
And,
Yep. Hopefully we'll never have to touch the weird subject of half-naked, like, little girls anymore. I'm kind of done with that.
Frozen Dookie, I would like that. I would like if you sent me a report from regionals for Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
I would not mind that. Frozen Dookie,
You get reports, I'll take that too.
he taught me how to play Pokemon.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I already knew how to play,
Right.
but like he taught me how to play the game. You know, like that guy is awesome.
Right.
That dude's a shit. Yeah, I would like that. Frozen Dookie. I would like if you sent me those. Yu-Gi-Oh's gay. So. Yeah, dude. If you guys have crazy tournament moments, we want to hear them because we want to talk about those too. Crazy tournament moments are awesome.
Yep.
Like 2012 Pokemon Worlds, the final match. It was in his prizes. It was in his prizes. Like one card he needed was in his prizes. Don't call me fat. I'll be offended. So like 80 likes, giveaways. Follow us on Twitter at Cards in Hand.
Hurry up, because our closing song is going to replay. There it goes. We went through the whole... Anyway.
Yeah. So share that Facebook page anyway. 80 likes. You got it. I'm Phantasmagistera. That's the Matchstick Man. And we'll see you guys next week on Twitch TV, Cards in Hand, MN.
We'll see y'all next time.